Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. As you can tell, I have 8 different Rubik's Cubes in front of us, and one of them is significantly different than the rest. And that is this little one right here. This is the world's smallest Rubik's Cube. This is a 3x3, which mimics this one right here. Look at the size difference between these two. The smaller one is almost the size of one of the cubes on this 3x3. So it is that much more compact than a normal size 3x3. And then as you can tell, even with my largest one, a 5x5, look at the size difference between both of these. So I did make a video a few years back on how to solve the 3x3. If you want to see me do it on this one, I'll have that video down in the description. Today, we are going to work on solving the world's smallest 3x3. Now, something that I have found with solving this is that it's so small, it actually gives you a little bit of a hand cramp trying to move all these little pieces and get them in their correct position. Now, of course, the more you use a cube, kind of the looser that it gets. So I just got this, so it is still working on getting it broken in. And so let's start off with how to solve this. So the way that I like to do it, I'm going to start on the white side. Now on the 3x3, all of these centers are fixed. So you will always find white, same with red, you have blue, yellow, all of those are in a fixed position. Now what I like to do when I start off with the white side is get the cross formed. So I want to get white, 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 and white. And at the same time too, I want to get them in their correct orientation. So this piece is going to be white and green. We're going to have white and red, white and blue, and then white and orange. So let's start off with the one that we see front and center, which is white and green. Now, we want that on this side here, and we want white to be on the top. Now, the easiest way to do this with how it's already in this orientation is all we need to do is rotate the greens down to match. So now we have the matching greens. From there, we can just twist this up, and we already have one side done. So we have white and green and that correct orientation. Now if we spin over to this side, we have white on the top, which is correct. However, the side is red and the middle section there is orange. So that in fact is not in the correct side there. So what we can do from here is we can actually rotate this to where white is now on the yellow side. So I'm going to spin it twice. Okay, so that piece was there. Now it's on the bottom side with yellow. And what that allows us to do is rotate the bottom piece until we find that matching section. So now that we have red and red, all we need to do is flip this back up twice, and what we have done is taken that white from the opposite side, moved it to the correct side, and now it is lined up with your red. So we have 2 down, 2 to go, and we have both of them on the same side here, but on the side. So again, I want to do the same thing that we just did with this side piece here. I'm going to rotate this down. Now, if you had a piece that was in the way, so let's rotate this back to a different spot real quick. So we have that piece on the side, just like you saw, I just moved it, but we have a piece up top that's already in the same position. So this is a situation that could happen, and all you want to do is, I'm going to rotate to where we have the white on that yellow side again, but we've moved this piece out of the way. So I'm just going to rotate the bottom to a different side and then put this position into that same orientation. So now we have not messed up the white and red side, but we've got the white and orange out of that area. So now it is free to spin. So I'm just going to rotate it until we find its matching piece, which is orange, and then flip it twice, and now we have that center piece there. So we have 3 done and 1 more to go. Now this one is already lined up, which is just a coincidence, so we can just flip it up, and now that is in the right orientation. Now from here, we can work on the corners. Let's start off with the one that you currently see flipped in the correct position. So we have blue and orange, but it's not in the right corner. So what I want to do here is I want to twist this right side towards me. I'm going to twist the bottom towards the left and then put this piece back up. What that's going to do is keep both of these corners in there, or both of these middles in their correct orientations, and now we have moved this corner to the bottom. So we're dealing with blue and orange, and again, just like the other pieces, I'm going to twist this until we have blue and orange. Now, We have orange on the top or the side here facing us. Blue is on the bottom of the cube. So whichever color that you see, you want that color to be on your right side. So in this case, we have orange down here. We want orange to be on this side because we are going to take that right side and twist it down one. Then we're going to twist the bottom into place there. And then once we twist this back up in its correct position, we now have that corner solved. And hopefully the camera can pick this up. This is such a small cube that it's a little bit hard to focus on, but now we have one corner done. Now let's start searching for another corner. Now we have red and blue right here, and we do not have white on the top side. So just like you just saw me do, let's get this piece to the bottom layer. So we'll twist it down, turn it out of the way, and then twist this side back up. You always want to make sure that whatever move you do, you can get the pieces back in their correct orientation, because now we have the lower section that we can freely spin without affecting the top that we've already completed. So we have red and green, and in this case, I want to find red on the right side. So just like we just did, this is the same situation. We have red here with the corresponding color green down below on that same side. Red is on our right. So we'll twist it down, put that piece into place, twist it back up, and now we have red and green. So let's go ahead and do this again. We have orange and green, which is actually on the same side. We just don't have white on the top. So let's twist down. We'll twist that piece out of the way. And what we're doing right now is we're just filling in with a scrap piece basically. However, it is white. Don't worry about that because we have to put that piece over here. So what we need to do now is we need to get these in the correct position, and now we can just do this the opposite direction now. Because we have orange, we need orange on this left side, green is at the bottom. Same move that we just did, however it's opposite because now we are going to the left, and then once we spin up, we've replaced that opposite white piece, and now we have everything done but one. And from here, we can just twist this piece until it's in the correct position, just like we have been doing. So it's the same exact move. You just have to do this 4 different times. And now we have, not only do we have the top white layer done, but we have the first layer for all of the sides. I really wish this could focus better. It is so tiny. And now we have that first top layer. Now from here, we are going to flip the cube upside down. And we are going to start on all of these side corner pieces like you see right here. So we have red and green. You'll notice that red and green is currently on the top. So it's lined up right here. And what you want to do with these is you want to have the top color on the opposite side of what it is. So in this case, we have red on this left side. We want red to be on the opposite side because we're putting that piece here. And what we need to do is we're going to start on that side where it needs to go. So we're going to flip this up, turn the top clockwise. We're going to flip this left side back down, turn the top clockwise one more time. We're going to take the front section, flip it up. Then we're going to take that top section and go counterclockwise once, and then twist the front back down. And now we have that corner completed. And we are going to do that 3 more times with the rest of these, of course. So let's find our next piece up top that doesn't have a yellow. We have orange and we have blue. So that piece is already in the correct orientation because we have blue on this side, which is on the top, so that's on the opposite side, and then we're facing the other color, which is orange, of course. So we're on the opposite side of the cube. It's the same moves, just in the opposite direction here. So let's flip up this right side. We will twist the top once. We will flip this bottom side back down once, twist the top counterclockwise, same with the front piece, turn the top clockwise once, and it's such a small cube, there we go, and then bring that piece back down into its position. So we have 2 of the 4 completed. Next up, we have red and blue. So let's spin this top twice because we need to get blue on the opposite side. So we have blue, we have red, we have that piece on the opposite side, and here we go with the first time that we did this. So we will flip this side up once, twist the top clockwise. We will bring this side back down, twist the top again, bring this front side up one, twist the top, and then we can bring this back down into its position. Now we have one more piece, and I will say I didn't get this time around, but let's say we had the orange and the green piece here, it was just in the wrong orientation. What you're going to do then, if you have those colors in that spot but they are flip-flopped, just take any piece up top. So in this case, we can take one of these yellow and blue pieces to put it down there to get that piece back up. Once that piece is back up, then you can start the move again. So in this case, we don't have to worry about that, but there can be a case where you will find one of those pieces here just in the wrong orientation. Once you have it back up, in this case, we have orange on the right side, green in front of us, and then orange on that left side. And so now we can start this move on the right side. So let's go up, we will twist the top, we will bring it back down, twist the top away from us, twist the front up, bring the top back, and then back into its position. And we have not only the bottom, but the first two layers there are solved. So from there, we will go to the top layer. Now there's a few different orientations where you will find, and this is all random of course. For right now, we have this L here. You can have it where there's just yellow running across the middle. So in this case here, we're going to rotate both of the right side pieces. So we will bring both of those up, then we'll turn the cube. We're going to rotate now this right side up. We're going to twist the top clockwise, bring this right side back down, twist the top counterclockwise, and then rotate this back down to where now we have some more yellows on top. Now, if you take away this back row right here, this is another way that you can see the cube where you will just have a bar running through the middle. If you have just a bar running through the middle, you're going to twist the front section clockwise, then you'll bring the right side up, you'll twist the top, bring the right side back down, twist the top in the opposite direction, and then bring down that right side. So it's essentially, it's the same move that we just did for this L, just without actually twisting the cube. So rewatch that again, just depending on which version that you have. And I'm going to finish this real quick, and we will start off now with where we just were. Now in this case here, our goal now is to get all four corners to be yellow, and two of them are yellow at the moment. And it's basically just a game of how each cube is going to be flipped. So the move that I'm going to show you basically rotates three of the cubes, keeping one stationary. So this one right here is not going to move. These three corners are going to flip-flop. So this corner goes here, this corner goes here, this corner goes here, and then the yellows actually rotate as well. And the goal is to get one yellow showing in this bottom corner here, and then you can rotate these three to get all of them to be yellow. So in this case, I do have to do an extra step because we have two yellows and I want to get just one yellow. So this is the move you are going to consistently repeat until all four of these are yellow, and you do have to change the cube up in order to do that. So you'll see what I mean here. So I'm going to put both of the solved yellows on the back side of the cube. Starting on the right side, we're going to go up, twist the top clockwise. We'll bring this right side back down, twist the top clockwise one more time, bring the right side back up, and then twist the top twice and bring this back down. So now we have our yellow cross. And from here, we need to find out which cube is going to be stationary and where the other ones are going to fall if we rotate them. So with this orientation, if I were to solve the cube with red and green in this lower corner, we would actually get one yellow to show. And the reason that I know that is because if you look on the back side, this yellow has nowhere else to go. It is going to go straight to the top. This yellow back here is going to go to the side. This yellow here is going to go to the side. This one is not going to move. So this is how it wants to be done or solved. But if I flip it one more time here, this one will go to the side, this one will go to the top, this one will go to the top, this one will stay stationary. And so if I solve it this way, we're back to two yellows up top. So you just have to be mindful of where everything is going, so that way you only get one to the top. So if we start it in this orientation now, where we do that same move that we just did, and I twist the top, bring that side up, and then twist the top twice. Once I bring it back down, now we only have one yellow up top. Now once you get to this point, you want to have that yellow in the bottom left corner, and we will just repeat that same move that we just did until we get all 4 yellows. So in this case, I won't have to do it again, because once I bring this piece back down, we have all of the yellows solved. Now there could be a case where they get mixed up and you will have to do that another time in order to get to here. So you just have to keep doing it until those pieces are solved. Now from here, we want to move on to these middle rows, or this middle piece here. As you can tell, none of them are lined up. So what I want to do is I want to twist the cube until I can see if any line up or more than one line up. In this case, I'm going to stop because I have one lined up, which is on the blue side. Now, if you have one lined up, switch that to the very back. So now we have these 3 here that we can rotate clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on where they are. So in this case, we have green, which needs to go to the right, and we have orange, which also needs to go to the right, and then red all the way to the other side. So in this case, we are going counterclockwise. If it was the other direction, of course, we would go clockwise, and it's the same move, just on opposite sides of the cube. So in order to rotate those 3 pieces, again, let's leave the one that's matched up in the back, and we are going to spin this left side twice, move the top side, go up, over, down. We're going to twist the back, or the top back, rotate backwards. We'll go down, twist the top back, and then back down. And so now we have all of these centers complete, and we even have our next step already done, and that is getting one of these pieces in the correct orientation. Now, in order to have this done, if you don't have any of the 4 corners done, in order to get this, you are going to do the exact move I'm going to show you now that's going to rotate these 3 other pieces. So if you don't see this, do the move that I'm about to do. It'll get you to this step, and then you continue doing this move until these 3 pieces are rotated. So in this case, on our right side, we have blue and red. Blue and red need to go to this corner here. So that is the next step, because these pieces are going to go in a clockwise direction. So this piece has to go here, this piece here, this piece here. So I only have to do this move 1 time. Now, if red and blue was over here, I'd have to do it once to get it here, and then 1 more time to get it here. So this is how this move is going to go. And again, you will repeat this as many times as you need to get to here, and then to get it solved, and that is it. So we are going to twist the right side down, then we'll twist the front, twist the right side again, twist the back side twice, right side back up, front counterclockwise, right side back down, spin the back twice, spin the right side twice. And now we have solved the world's smallest 3x3 Rubik's Cube. Now I noticed it was a little blurry in some spots just because it is so small to focus on. If you want to check out how to solve it in greater details, this one is much easier for the camera to pick up. You can check out that link down in the description below, and then you can use that video as well to solve the world's smallest cube. Now I have only made 3 videos. We have a 2x2, 3x3, and now the world's smallest. If you'd like to see a video on any of the rest of these, let me know. This one here is going to be very interesting to solve. There's a secret to this one that I haven't really shown, so I have to figure this one out as well, and maybe I'll film a video on that one. But I hope you enjoyed today's video solving the world's smallest Rubik's Cube. Definitely something fun to do, especially with its size. And that is going to wrap it up for today's video. If you enjoyed it, give it a huge thumbs up. Consider smashing that subscribe button. I will see you all in the next video.